Hey y'all, I wanted to read just a little bit. I could literally read this whole book aloud, but this is the section I was talking about on class. I knew was going to take too much time. So let's remember, in case you haven't read it. Oh shoot, I don't know that it's in here. The Call is the third poem from the Oriah collection. And like I said, in the email that I wrote recently is that Oriah wrote these 3 poems and these 3 books that pull apart the poem line by line. So The Call is the last one. I kind of think it's the best one. And of course it like goes in order. She develops the awareness and attention over the 3 books and the 3 poems. But the line of the last poem, The Call, the first line is, "I have heard it all my life, a voice calling a name I recognized as my own." So that's the first line. And then I'm going to read to you just a little section of this incredible chapter. A year ago, a dear friend, celebrating the changes in my work life, the steady book sales and opportunities to speak to different groups, said, "Oh, isn't this wonderful? It's what you always wanted, and it's all coming true." Later that night, at home in my bed, grateful for the opportunities that have come into my life, but aware that these were never goals I consciously held or pursued, I see again the image of myself with severed hands, and I whisper into the darkness, all I ever wanted was God. I am neither a priest nor a theologian, neither a devotee of nor or a spokesperson for any particular spiritual path or tradition. I am an ordinary woman with an extraordinary hunger to live with an awareness of the sacred mystery, the beloved God at the center of my life, and to learn from this presence who I am and why I am here. Speaking to me through what I long for, the call of that which is both within and larger than myself, has guided me to an understanding of how I can live that longing, not by trying to change myself, but by unfolding, by becoming who I already am at the deepest level of my being. But with this comprehension of what I must do, the call continues to come to me as an image of myself with tired eyes and severed hands, questioning why I seek to embody this understanding when it is clear how infrequently my essential nature guides my actions, how often fear shapes and sometimes determines what I do. It tells me something is off or missing. But I have not given up. I am willing to do whatever it takes to know and live the meaning in my life. I'm convinced that I have to, and I'm able to learn to do it differently. And I am wrong. And then it goes into this whole other incredible section of life and a vision quest that she goes on and gets sick on and has to go home. And it's such an incredible chapter. There was one other piece I was going to read to you. Oh, here it is. Your story will be different because the particulars of your history and your personality, the things that have shaped how and why you fight your war with reality, and therefore how you stop the war, will be different than mine. But if you suffer at all for the world or yourself, if you spend one moment resenting, resisting, trying to hang on to, or deeply desiring to change what is within yourself or in the world right now, you are fighting with reality. And as the grandmothers have told me, fighting reality, even, or perhaps especially the reality of who you are and who and what you are, is a losing battle. And so that part I love so much because it says that, like, yeah, all of our specific life paths are unfolding and are different, but the core the heart of that deepest connection is the reality of, life, death, acceptance, flaws. This idea that the deep desire to change what's in you or the world is fighting with what is. And that it's that tension that pulls us away from our true nature. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this little section, and I hope it gets you excited about reading the series. Okay.